And it looks like we are live, so I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we doing this fine Monday? This fine Monday, and it's Christmas week. So, some of you probably have time off. I don't. I don't get that luxury. I'm going to take Christmas Day off, although I'm going to make up for it because I'm an asshole. But yeah, so hopefully you're all enjoying that and having a good time and spending time with people you like, which might be your family. It might not. I don't know. But yeah. Um,
I didn't realise the time.
did you not realize the time?
I was watching dogs.
You were watching dogs and then suddenly Sir Six starts shouting. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, what the fuck's going on? At least you weren't asleep this time.
yeah, there's that.
As you all know, last week we was quite poorly, so decided against streaming during that period, which was probably the right call. But it did. I ended up recording on like audio for videos. I mean, you can probably still hear it, but my voice isn't quite right. I did record today as well, but I've recorded everything on Thursday, and then just absolutely fucking worked my ass off. I managed to finish it all before the week was up. Before basically, I was actually caught up by Friday, which was both good and you know not so good. I guess it was good. Friday was a day of days. I finished working more or less. Still had the video to come out, and then Mrs. Sick burst in and said, "Fucking roof's leaking." And we live in a flat. So this was not a rain issue. Turned out that, oh, pardon me. Turned out one of the neighbours had managed to leave a sink plugged and tap on, and they said it was just dripping, which is fucking bullshit because it was coming through at a pace by the time they managed to get back. Thankfully, by the time they got back, it wasn't that bad and everything got fixed. Excuse me, I need to cough. That was probably quite loud. And I apologize. But yeah, they got back, got it turned off, they swept up, bloody bloody blah. Thankfully we happen to have a couple of dehumidifiers because we have problems with damp sometimes. So I lent them one and said, right, run this for a week. Like all day. So we have one downstairs doing it, and they've got one in their kitchen doing it. So hopefully it should dry the fuck out of it, and we won't get any of those problems that you get with wet. But that was very unfun way to start. Essentially, the kids had just gotten back from school and were now on holiday. Um, what's the difference between you and an illiterate? About an arm's length. I don't get it. Um, my new conspiracy is a one-winged billionaire with a giant sword running around the entire economy. I call it Sephiroth's child. God, Sephiroth's child. God damn it. That's so bad. But thank you, and I appreciate the cash. But yeah, so that happened. That was incredibly fucking stressful. And then just to be a nice cherry on top of the shit cake, Friday's video did the thing. It did the thing that I don't like. Its performance is incredibly poor. Not the poorest of recent, but very, very close. And that's always a concern. And so I spent like a couple of hours doing some heavy research into it. And it turns out that I have not been going crazy this entire time. There has actually been a substantive change to YouTube's function, which is to say, this idea that there is a. It used to be that creator first slash channel first sort of way of doing things has been changed to a video first. And essentially, what that means is that what used to happen is that I would put out a video and it would do, if it was a video that did well, I would feel it throughout my channel. Older videos would get more views and newer videos would get would perform better. A video that was like less in your face. Oh my god! Oh, who's this crazy person? It's just one of my good videos. Videos I like making. It's the way I like, have liked, would like to continue to make content. Is that I pick a subject and I try and vary them throughout the month, so that it keeps things interesting, in my opinion. But now with the sort of video first idea, instead of you have an amount of subscribers, you have an amount of interest in your channel. If a video does well, that interest sort of contains momentum. Things keep going. Instead, now what happens is none of that. A video is a video is a video. And while the size of your channel has some impact, it's significantly less than it ever was before. So you need banger after banger after banger that every fucker clicks on. Otherwise, as far as the algorithm is concerned, you're doing terribly, and it should just stop showing your videos to people who might want them. And it's fucking ridiculous. And I don't know. Presumably other people have noticed this and have done the research and found out that this is a change that has been announced. But what to do about it? One of my things is that I'm going to end up just doing more work, because that's my solution to every problem. Is just work more. So the great thing about when shit goes south for me, I find stress an incredibly good motivator, because if I feel shit, then I become quite proactive. So I finally set up the living room the way I said I would a while back, which is having a full PC that's editing grade actually in there. So when Mrs. Sick does her streaming during the day, I have at least that 4-hour window where I'm kind of waking up. If I feel motivated to work in that time period, I can just sit down and do like a little bit of work on that computer.
You can even set up the new merch store.
I could even do that. I could set up the merch store to actually be there and work, that people could, give me stuff on. That would help. But the point is, like, I didn't have any of this set up. While I have a good laptop that is functional for work, it's also a laptop. And anybody who knows anything about doing like proper work on a laptop knows that it doesn't take long for it to become really fucking annoying. So yeah, the six stream, that is what this is.
You can be together all day. Now that's love for you. I don't know, like, we tend to be together but not together.
Like when I'm working, I'm sat next to her, but there's like a screen that obscures her a bit, and she has to lean round to talk to me.
No, to look at you.
Okay, she doesn't talk to me. She just occasionally I'll just look round and she'll be there staring at me, and I'll be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And you're like, "Oh, I love you so much."
No, I'm just saying you're
and
pretty.
I'm like, and then I kick her away.
You're pretty. Looking at you's nice to look at.
Yeah.
If I look around the room, right, there's not actually that many nice things to look at, right? But if I look at you and my brain goes, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah, she's into my horrifying visage. I told you that the algorithm changed to support new creators. I don't think it does. I don't think the change is about supporting new creators. I think it's about having perfect video titles that go crazy, and all it cares about is that one thing. Because I don't think even the people who might get like an amazing video out of that, the long-term sustainability of that model.
Have you tried to house plant Mrs. Sick?
The other problem is that when my brain. No, my brain fucking deleted it. Thank you so much.
The biggest problem that it seems to be coming across us is because of the change that they've made. It makes it so that there's a lot more pressure on the creators in order to produce bangers every time.
No, that's not it. That's not the problem. The problem isn't about the quality of your content. The problem is that it doesn't matter how good your content is anymore. Because the focus isn't on creators making good things, the focus is on exceptional titles and exceptional thumbnails that are very clickable, and content that's good enough to keep people viewing, but isn't like great, or isn't some consistent thing that they can enjoy much of. Like, I've always tried to make what I call evergreen content. So now the best thing you can do, and someone put it really well, is that if you spent 40 hours on your thumbnail and title and an hour making your videos by just like recording it straight to thing, you'd probably do better than someone who does the reverse whilst providing very little of value.
Can you win the viral lottery? The problem with doing that is if one of your videos went viral, the system it has now, it means your other videos would not.
It would probably suffer.
It would suffer more because each video is self-contained now.
Well, not just that. It's self-contained for the most part, but in a negative way. It would then maybe show my next video to the same people, and that, but because it's not, I don't know, Andrew Tate fucking a dolphin, like, most people aren't going to click on that, and the people that I give a shit about are the people who subscribe and stay around but because it's such a stupid system, it's been not showing videos to you lot. The amount of times, I know I said this last time, but the amount of times that I get, oh, it's so good to see you're back. And it's like, I'm not fucking back. I've been here for 5 years.
I've been here the whole time.
That anyone could think that I've stopped making videos is a damning indictment on how fucked YouTube's presentation system is. And it really fucking pisses me off. And yeah, so I had not a great Friday, and me and Miss Sick had a long chat because she hates seeing, like, it upsets me. It is viscerally upsetting when a video absolutely carks it, just shits the absolute bed. And it should have done okay. It should have done, I thought it was going to do well, to be honest. And the thing is, someone said clickbait wins. It's like, everybody loses in the long run while this system is still in play, or while this system is still in play with no thing that, like, helps. Like, it would be fine if I could have a shit performing video, but the shit performing videos do affect me massively. So the only way is down.
So I wasn't aware you streamed. Yeah, we streamed, like, it's been almost every Monday, apart from when we're, like, ill. For how long now?
As long as I've been doing the 2 videos a week.
Like 5 years.
And probably longer.
Yeah, so it's just something that, I guess it's one of these things where if you don't notice, you don't notice.
Yeah.
Lick like I will, or I will find you and lick you. Thank you.
Needs to be licked. I have a little monkey named Miss Poppy Hoppins. Every day I leave her TV on to run your channel for 8 hours. As a result, she's now smarter than any of the people you talk about. Now, you say as a result. That has to be a thing that happened beforehand. Have a good holiday. I've been noticing a bunch of documentary content that might just be me, though. It does feel like the algorithm has changed a whole lot. Like, so one of the things you need to do is have an absolute banger of a video, but also make it really, really long so that it's got that sort of time span on it as well. And, you know, my videos are longer than they used to be, but, like, I like making what I consider program length videos. I like to make a video that's about as long as a TV show, because I think, and not a 40-minute TV show, just like a sort of popcorny.
An anime.
But that seems to be, like, I don't know. I mean, my sort of side thing that we're formulating, and we've figured out probably what the branding is going to be, and some other things. I just have to sort of organize it to the point where the channel is made, and that I can start working on it in earnest. But the idea is that I'm going to stream like Mrs. Sick has been doing, but I'm going to be streaming games that I have always loved, and then get enough footage together, and I'm going to make like videos talking about these games, how I love them, what they mean to me, how I experienced them when they first came to me, etc., etc. And yeah,
You got
and
an
those should be quite long.
got an ad for Whisker Wisdom, the main mystery of Egypt. Coincidence? I think not. It's because the algorithm knows I'm here.
Stream off Battle of the Six. Well, hopefully it shouldn't be that necessarily, because I plan on doing it at the weekends, at least to start with. But yeah, we'll have to see. I think the new standard for that is an episode of The Bill minus ads. I haven't seen The Bill in fucking
Oh
years.
wow, that's so old now.
I think it's still on.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's old. Then
Yeah.
again, there's things like Coronation Street, which is still going.
Oh god, those have been any sort of long-going soap opera. It's wild. It's like when they end, it's usually like the end of an era. I watch my Sursic when I'm driving around town. It's basically my version of a podcast. I can usually watch one vid on the way from my house to my girlfriend's place and back again. Fair enough. That's the way to do it. 30 minutes, 24 without commercials. I guess something like that. Most of them are like 20 minutes long. I try and make them. The video I've written today is definitely longer than that. Sig, did you ever watch Grade A Under A? Yes, I did. Way back in the day.
Oh, that was a while ago, yeah.
Specifically his first one. And then he just kept doing endless drama videos, and I found it quite exhausting. Like, I liked his videos where he would just talk about a subject. Those were really fun. He had a particular take. He had his, the first sort of blowout success he had was the alcohol one. It's like, oh, you got to like disgusting drinks. It's like, oh, I have a pint of bitter. This is disgusting. I don't want one of them girly drinks that's all delicious. And yeah, that was really, really fun. Algorithm is fucked. Half the content I normally watch has disappeared, and I have to search for it now. Hopefully, Santa brings you a new algorithm for Christmas. It would be fucking nice. But that's the other side of the problem. It's like, yeah, it fucking sucks for me to have my videos not being put in front of people who would enjoy them, but it sucks for you. It makes fucking YouTube useless to people who use it as their primary form of entertainment, which is a lot of people.
One of the things I've noticed with YouTube as well is because I tend to watch the same content over and over, but if I pick anything new, I get showered with that type of content, and everything that I usually watch is like gone.
Yeah.
And I have to actively go and search for it. It's a really stupid system.
I do think it also has a really, really bad habit of putting things in front of you that you just never were going to watch.
Yeah, that happens
and
a lot too.
Assumes that that's the content's fault. And that's fucked. Like, putting my videos in front of, like, I don't know, a gaming channel makes significantly less sense than putting it in front of philosophy stuff or even like religious, like pro-religious content. Someone there might actually watch it and engage with it. Like, I'm happy for them to turn up. That's the thing people don't presumably don't believe, is that I have a significant portion of Christian followers, but they're like the normal ones, the normal people who aren't out of their fucking minds. Like, yeah, I believe in God and I believe the Bible is
Dorimo,
true, but...
that's what I end up doing, Dorimo. Is just I end up, because I know I'm a very catered person. I tend to watch like 3 or 4 channels usually. So I end up going onto my subscription page every time instead of going looking on my feed, because I can't trust the feed anymore.
Yeah, the feed is just insane. But the problem is that most people just won't do that. Most people aren't engaged enough with the platform to make it work properly, and they shouldn't have to. And it's just, yeah. I hate the fact that I've had to bring this up so many times, but at the end of the day, if you're here, you probably give a shit about me as a I don't want to say human being. I wouldn't want you to think less of me. But you know, and this is the main sort of problem I've had for the last year. and it's always on my mind, and it's always bothering me, and it's always a worry. Like, I've got Wednesday's video coming out, and I am fucking terrified that it is going to be yet another fucking bomb, and I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, all I want from a week is 2 videos in a row that are mid performance, so I can just relax for the weekend. But if I have, especially if I have a Friday, like Wednesdays was like a mid, and then Fridays was an absolute bomb, and that's fucking awful. If I can have one really good performer and one shit performer, like that's less hard,
Do you,
but it still sucks.
do you have them as premieres?
No. In my experience, it makes very little difference for something that I worry about will be like more problematic than anything else. I could be wrong. I mean, I have a pretty dedicated core audience who very much like what I do, and maybe if I utilized that, it could help push it up. But I don't know. The thing is, because they keep changing things, and because I used to know how a video would perform. Like, I used to know that if I put out a particular video, I had a very solid expectations, and I was almost always right. It was very surprising when it was different, either up or down. But now I just don't. Someone else pointed out, and this is a big part of where what I was saying comes in, that the low quality videos to, weaponized clickbait comes in, is the use of AI, and AI as slop. Like, I'm not some Luddite. I don't think that AI is inherently awful. But I do think most of the ways people are using them is. Like, at the end of the day, if you use Photoshop, you've been using AI. Like, generative fill is like handy, and it's not the same thing as getting a piece of artwork. Like, I use a generative fill to take people out of their thumbnail so I can have the background of their video, but it's the same picture. It just removes them, and it looks about right. I'm not using it to make up a whole new thing. I'm using it so that I can move them in the image to make a better thumbnail. It has good practical purposes. But then someone else will just like type make thumbnail, and it will be absolute trash garbage. A tool is only as good as how people use it. But yeah, most generated AI videos are pretty fucking awful.
So Sick, I barely know your schedule. Do you say it at the end of the video?
Are you joking? Or like, there's a on my thumbnail, on my banner of my channel, the videos are very much there. It's Wednesdays and Fridays, same time every week. If you weren't joking. If you are joking, very funny.
Yeah, and Mondays are the stream days.
Mondays are the stream days. I never bring up the stream days because I just, they're not something that I want to push to the front.
But also,
I only want people who really care to turn up.
They're not massively important. Oh.
Yeah. YouTube has driven Sick to associate himself with humans. Exactly. This is the problem. This is the real issue. My feed mainly shows Sir Sick and Simon Dan. I think for some people, they're probably seeing this and going, what's the problem? I watch nothing but you, and I get nothing but you. And that's great. But it's like, it's the people who like what I do and would watch it if they were presented with it, but they won't be because YouTube decided that video's not doing as well. And that's not how it used to work. It used to give everybody an opportunity to see it, whether or not they, eventually, as far as I understand it, eventually everybody who had a high likelihood of some interest in it, not full interest, but just a possible interest, would get that video put in front of them at least a few times.
Oh my God.
But now that's not how it works. and it's fucking infuriating.
Benji, that was a horrible joke. Thank you.
What did Benji do this time?
Fun fact: most bees are actually allergic to pollen. When exposed, they break out in hives. God damn, my kids would love that joke.
That was fucking awful. A tool is only as good as its users. 6 a tool, all right, yeah. But yeah, like,
honey full of comment. Wait, oh, you meant the outbreak.
but yeah, like AI slop, definitely 100% against. Can't stand it. Wish it would go away, but I don't think it ever will. I do think that detection should start to come into play, and we should, because the amount of times now I've clicked on a video and I've gone, fuck's sake. Like, at first it starts playing and you're not in that mind space, and then you see something and you go, oh fuck, this was AI, wasn't it?
Do you remember though?
And
like,
it just makes you feel bad.
do you remember like it was a few years ago, and people's like were like to the idea of reaction content, like people like sat there watching something,
lazy content,
was considered really lazy, and now AI's come along.
Well, now you'd have the AI video, and then some fucking arsehole sat reacting to this thing that no one's made. But it turns out they're AI as well.
Oh my god!
It fucking will. It will singularity. It will fucking implode.
And then
all that will be left is my channel, because I'll be
and
the only
then
one.
and then all the comments are bots.
My channel will be the only one left, because you can't make my videos with AI because they would look wrong
or sound wrong because you have a way of speaking.
Well, not just that. I mean, like, if AI were to try and copy the Cersic movement, because I just move him about, it wouldn't work.
No,
it
no.
would try and like slide him about in weird ways, and he'd morph, and he wouldn't look right.
Yeah,
that'd be really fucking funny.
Yeah, we're all AI at this point. I just came here for the feet pictures. Sorry, no feet pictures allowed. No.
Well, there are feet pictures, but they're like hidden off screen.
Just imagine that there's a foot underneath there.
AI A1 steak sauce. God fucking damn it. So the smoking castle in sick videos are the remains of civilization. Prescient. That's good. Dead internet, go brr. Like, you do have to wonder, is there someone in this chat who's just a bot that for some reason, like, people make bots for the weirdest fucking reasons.
Yeah,
now.
They do, yeah.
Like, it used to be obvious. You'd have this asshole thing that would turn up and say, click here to look at my boobies. And it's like, okay, there's a bot. That's what it's doing. But now it will just, like, have a conversation with you. And, like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with that? And I think that is a big part of why I think streaming and that kind of thing might become more prevalent, even more so than it has been, because of the live reaction and the sort of the logical reactions to commentary and stuff are going to make more sense. I don't think you could have an AI responding to like a chat in a way that makes any sense, because I think it would either try to read fucking everything, and it also wouldn't be able, like, if you've ever had a conversation with an LLM and they just lose the plot really fast, it drives me crazy just watching how much they just have no fucking idea what's going on, and then people rely on them as like spreaders of facts. Like, again, with the tool analogy, like, you could use AI. Like, I found that if I cannot think of a word for the life of me, and Googling that word that means that thing.
Oh, I do that.
And then it won't come up with it, and I'm like, fuck. LLMs can do that. I could go, it means this, but it's got some kind of nuance like that. And it's like, oh, do you mean this on this and this? And I'm like, it's kind of like the second one, but it's not that one. And then it will go, oh, do you mean this? And you go, yes, that's what I was fucking thinking of. And that's a good use. It's not a particularly like broad, life-changing use, but sometimes I can't a word, and the fact that there's a tool out there that allows me to a word is quite helpful, because it drives me fucking crazy. LLM are just autocorrect on roids. That is kind of the generative, not generative, the long form predictive text. That's it. The predictive text.
I'm not a
Extellus.
bot. I'm not a bot. 3 of the 6 pages have a stoplight.
Oh God. Is the corner of the handlebar of the bike part of the bike, or is it part of the background? We will never ever know. By the way,
I'm pretty sure Roger from Mud Fossilverity is a beta version of an AI. It's flawed as fuck.
oh Jesus Christ. Yeah. I mean, speaking of videos that did fucking terribly, that's the main thing that bothers me about this current situation, is that if I want to put out videos that are just kind of fun, talking about Roger, apparently talking about fucking Matt Powell being an idiot at science, these videos won't do well. So badly will they do, they're actually going to harm my overall channel. And I don't want that. But I don't want to have to make the same videos over and over again just to stop. That wouldn't necessarily happen, but it does worry me that I can't go further out of my wheelhouse without risking real damage to the thing that I've spent more than 5 years building, but like 5 years in earnest. And it's really fucked up, and it's not fair, and it's not right, in my opinion. Roger Spur is a great man, and AI breaks down from communicating with Roger. Why there are so few videos about Roger on the channel? This is not the order. I don't know what you mean. Have you looked at the new ChatGPT cults? Debunk those? I mean...
Oh, that's weird.
That's definitely a very strange thing to do. I don't know how you'd strictly debunk them. Unless someone came out and made a video saying... like, that's what I do. I like responding to people saying things. One of the things that people don't like is when a video is very obviously AI, and I'm responding to that. I do sometimes find that some people use the AI voices because they're too afraid to speak, when I think that they should just speak. Like, for me, I very, very rarely even address how someone speaks, unless they do something really weird and really obviously fucked up. Like the video from last Wednesday, he didn't know what Nietzsche was, because it turned out, and I'm pretty convinced that is the case, that he wrote his script just using ChatGPT without bothering to use his brain at all. Not that he had one. And that's really, it's quite funny, especially when he's like standing there trying to tell us why we think what we think, when he doesn't even know what he thinks. Had I noticed, that would have definitely been a big part of it. And it explains why he kept reading out like the titles of things.
He didn't know how to pronounce Nietzsche. I don't tend to get bothered when people can't pronounce things, because they're obviously...
No, it wasn't that he couldn't pronounce it. It's that he didn't fucking know what the word was. He's like, like, not Nietzsche, Nietzsche. He just didn't fucking know that's what it was referencing. That's why it was funny.
Because most time, if you're learning a word through pure reading and you never heard it being said, so pronouncing it can be difficult.
Yeah.
But that is completely wrong. Nietzsche. It's my boy, Friedrich Nietzsche.
But yeah, so that was funny, because he should have known what that word was. If he'd have fucking written it, again, something that made it more obvious that he fucking wasn't reading. These weren't his thoughts.
Tried knees itch.
Yeah. The funny thing is, the guy's called Ed. He's apparently famous for beefing with people. He's been having back and forth with Logic, and he commented in my comment section, essentially threatening that he's going to make a video about me, and that he told me that he's already come up with the name for me. And I'm like, motherfucker, I already have a name. And it's going to be lame and stupid.
Let me
I bet it's
guess.
Sir Suck.
Let me guess. It's Sir Suck. Yeah, that's what they
It's
use.
never Sir Suck. It's always Sir Sick in the head, which is so fucking shit. It sounds so bad. It's like it doesn't roll off the tongue.
Right, Sir Prick is even better.
Sir Shit is right there. It's just, come on. But they never do, because they never have the mental creativity to be humorously insulting. It's like, if you're going to insult me, be funny, be clever, don't be lazy, because you'll just make me sad. But yeah, so he's apparently going to do that. If he fucking AIs another script at me, I'm going to and ah about whether or not I even bother with it. If it's actually him talking off the cuff and saying words out of his own brain, then
So how can he know anything if he's never heard how the name's pronounced? So this is what, if I'm not familiar with how to pronounce a word, because I live in the age of the internet, I go, how do you pronounce this word, into Google.
well, it's in terms of that, it's how did he write that word out, not knowing what the word, even he didn't say it wrong in a way that, if like in the Discworld books, Ankh-Morpork, the name of the central city, I never heard that said aloud, and I would always skip past it because it's weird to look at as a word.
It does look
And
weird.
I read it as Ankh-Morpork. Just every time I just went, they were in Ankh-Morpork. And it's like, it's obviously not that. But because I hadn't dedicated time to figuring out what the word was and how it was said,
I think I
having had
pronounced
someone
it
say it
strangely
to
as
me,
well.
I then, yeah, and that was in my head. But if I were talking to someone, it's like, oh yeah, all the characters, and when they met in Ankh-Morpork, and they'd been like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ankh-Morpork.
But if I went,
that actually does
and
sound
then
like
they
a
went
place,
to
though.
Anke Permora, as if I'd never seen the word before. That is my point. He doesn't not know it because he doesn't know what he's talking about, because he doesn't know how to pronounce a word. He's never experienced that word, and it was obvious that he had never experienced that word, which is why he didn't have a clue how to say it, because the script was written by an AI for him, and he didn't fucking proofread it. This is my endless fucking
Like when he
madness
was
with these
when he
things.
was talking about Nietzsche, what did he actually say?
I
though?
don't fucking remember. That was years
I-
ago in my brain. The point is, and the Nietzsche thing, it wasn't about the fact that he didn't know how to. Again, he was talking about existentialism in general, and atheism in general.
Technically, Nietzsche is an existentialist. He's not really existentialist, but I know
But
people pile him in that category, but he isn't really.
The point is, the topic he was talking about, Nietzsche is a concept as something you would experience more than likely, especially if you wrote it down.
If you're studying,
If you wrote it down,
if you wrote it down, you would.
you have no excuse.
Yeah.
But he didn't write it down, and that's the problem. And I didn't realize until after people pointed it out.
Circumstance. Circumstance.
Sir shit is a medieval insult. Probably. It's a pretty good insult as well. I'm at the gym right now, lifting weights to a Sir Sick live stream. Awesome. That is the way to do it.
Go.
You will get extra muscle.
Get pumped.
You will be so much more muscly than everyone else. They'll be jealous, and you'll have to tell them your secret. But yeah, anyway, off of that point.
Oh yeah, there's loads of Nietzsche quotes that people misquote and paraphrase and all sorts. Yeah.
I can confirm my whiskey tastes Betty.
What?
Better today. Okay, thank you.
You can tell you're not an AI.
Because it would just say that with confidence. There was an old fucking text to speech.
Asterisk better.
There was an old text to speech, and it didn't know how to say pieces. It would say PHAs.
Oh, that's weird.
And that's been stuck in my brain since I was like 12. I was like writing, You are a bunch of pieces of shit or something like that. What? I don't know what I was writing, but it had the word peace in it. And it's just like, you are PHAs of shit. And I was just like, that is the fucking funniest thing I've ever heard. I also couldn't get it to say pieces. I wrote it in many, many ways, and it wouldn't fucking say pieces, and it actually drove me kind of crazy. But yeah. Bonsai Buddy? What, like little... Weren't they fucking screen pals from way back in the day? I do love you Brits because your insults are the best. There are some fantastic British insults. We as a nation are absolutely
It's the
the
fact
best
that
at it.
you insult people because you really like them, or you insult people because you don't like them.
No. When you don't like someone, he says, "Oh, yeah, he's all right." John, yeah, he's all right. You look away. You don't make eye contact.
But you insult people more if you like them compared to someone who you don't like.
Unless you really fucking hate them. If you don't like someone, you say they're all right. If you fucking hate them, you'll go on a long diatribe about what a piece of shit they are, and you hope that they burn in a fire.
I'd like
Unless
your
you
use.
really like them, where you'll do the exact same diatribe. We're a very confusing nation.
I like your use of twat.
Twat.
Twat. It's not twat.
It's got an A in it, mate.
Mate, that's what you say to people you don't like.
No. All right, mate. The Australian, though. All right, legend. And you mean I'm going to fucking kill you. Good day, big wheels. You're going to die. I can't drive without using the insult festering fuck bubble. That's a good one.
That's a pretty good one.
You twat. Yeah, it drives me crazy because how do you pronounce the letters A and T next to each other? If you pronounce it ot, you're allowed to say twat. Otherwise, you need to stop. I've been turning the song lyrics I've been writing for an age into AI music, and you would not believe what a pain in the ass it is to get certain words to come out right. You mean all of it? Like live. I hope I said
It's
live.
one of the weird things about AI music. It sounds so generic. It's like it's background music that you would hear on the radio that you're not listening to.
Yeah.
That's the way it always comes across to me.
That is a lot of the problems with a lot of things is the sort of genericization of them.
Yeah.
We've been playing. There's a game called. Is it like what is that game called? The internet thing. We were doing it last night. I can't remember.
You mean Guess the Game?
Guess the Game. There you go. There's a website called Guess the Game, and I'm really fucking good at it with older games. And at first, I thought that's because I'm an old nerd retro dickhead. But I've come to realize that it's because most modern games look really fucking generic. Especially anything that's in the realms of like a shooter. It's amazing how similar they all look.
They're all like grey, brown.
Whereas I recognized the one that was up when we logged on yesterday. I looked at a bush and I immediately knew it was Final Fantasy VIII. And then I went...
And then I saw that his...
She saw this fucking great big shoulder of the character that's very obviously the character. I was like, oh.
And he just saw a bush.
And I just saw a bush. And I knew immediately what it was. And
the
many older games, visuals,
the ones that fascinate me
so
the most
distinct.
is it's the reason why I tend to like playing that game though is because I end up surprising myself that I know things.
Yeah.
Because I've played so many hours of Skyrim.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
as soon
I
saw a puddle, I went, "Oh, that's Skyrim."
Funnily enough, we both played a ton of Skyrim, and the first one, I can't remember what it was, but we were like, "No, not sure what that is."
It was a field of poppies.
Oh, that was it. And I was trying to figure it out based on sort of the graphical fidelity of it, and I was right on the period. PS3 360 to PS4 Xbox One era. Wow, my brain. I was completely right that it was on that transfer period. But I just couldn't guess what the fucking game was. Pardon me. But then, yeah, Mrs. Six saw a puddle when she went, is that Skyrim? And it was. Last time I saw some bush, it was my Final Fantasy. Very good. Very good.
Did you read Duck Dog's thing
Chat,
out?
I can't insult your Mrs. accent without being censored. She sounds dumb, but clearly is the smart. I mean, you should insult her accent constantly. She needs to know that it's not right. I mean, I might live around people who share her accent.
You like my accent.
It's all right. Eat by gum.
It's only because you like to mimic it.
Because it's very mimicable.
Yeah, it is.
I can recognize all my old girlfriends just by seeing their shoulders. I wonder why. Very recognizable backs. Cersic having the brain ouchies feel. I do that sometimes. Also, Crimson Flag, how you doing? I hope you're having a nice day. I see you. I know.
God, dying.
Does he like it, or are you misreading the British compliments now? Oh no, she knows I love her because I take the piss out of her.
Yeah.
It's like that. Someone had a go at the streams because I make fun of Mrs. Sick and the kids.
He calls me.
It's literally love language.
He calls me like all sorts of insults and stuff, and to me, it's such a normal thing for him to do that.
It's
like,
really funny when we're out and about and I call her a bitch.
He just goes, "Oi, bitch," and I'm like, "Yeah."
You're right, bitch. People get very upset. She called me the same thing, and that's fine. But no, you can't say that.
Only if you're not listening to me. If you don't listen to me, then I have to get your attention somehow by calling you a dickhead.
No, the way you get my attention when I'm not listening to you is you hand me empty glasses. It's fucking maddening. I'll be standing there talking to someone, and then I'll look down and I have 2 empty glasses in my hand, having no fucking idea where they came from, because you can hand me anything when I'm engaged in conversation and I will have no idea. You could hand me a live grenade. I'm pretty sure that's how I'm going to die. But yeah, at least it's not the heavy Scottish accent. Would be able to understand it. I used to work in bars, and I pride myself on being able to understand most accents, even quite strong ones. Like I would be put on the phone if there was like there was like this Indian call center. Out, cat, out. What are you doing? Where is she?
She's right behind you.
Out.
I'm gonna get up.
Sorry, cat's being a dick. Well, she pissed on me earlier. That was fun. She's still not well. We're actually waiting on the. She's on a list to get a medical procedure that I'm going to have to pay for entirely. They have no payment plans. Fuck me, I guess. So the whole idea that paying straight out of pocket for your medical expenses is clearly rubbish. That you'd get seen quickly. She's on a list, and we're going to have to wait an indeterminate amount of time. But we're giving her medicine to help keep the pain down, and she doesn't like it, and she pissed on me. I couldn't fucking believe it. Like, because she reacted so strongly to it. Presumably, it doesn't taste very nice.
I think she went and then peed.
Yeah. So we'll have to start using a towel. But that was fun. Would you run a marathon for $10,000?
No.
Would I have to run, or could I?
Could I take my?
Can I do the marathon for $10,000? I would do a marathon for $10,000. I would not run a marathon for $10,000 because that would fucking kill me. But I would walk a marathon length. And not for fucking charity either. Fuck that noise. I want $10,000. Goddamn, every time people doing charities. Oh, I won $1 million. Awesome for charity. I'm like, who gives a shit?
If all you need to do is pass the start line and then pass the finish line, yeah, use a taxi. Yeah.
I would be willing to not cheat as long as I didn't have to run. I might run for parts of it. But yeah, like I'd walk 26 miles. As long as there's no upper time limit as well.
What is your favourite and least favourite British accent? Oh God.
Well, she has ones. I know she has ones.
I'm not a fan of Scouse accents because it's very spittle, and I have a thing about mouth
I did
noises.
a Scouse accent to her, and she hit me. At which point I said, "Stop." And she thought I was still doing it, so she hit me again. And I said, "Stop," louder and louder,
It's
in a
really
higher pitch. And she was like, and I'm like, "Why do you keep fucking hit me?"
I have come to learn that I have a thing called misphonia, and there's certain sounds which just give me a very visceral reaction, and it's usually things that are very mouth noises. And
26 miles is a long drive.
yeah, my favourite though. Oh God.
Thing is, I used to walk like a lot as a kid.
I kind of like the Welsh accent. Like when Creaky talks and he says "voos" instead of "views."
Oh, yeah.
It's adorable.
Booze.
Yeah, it's adorable.
What about a motorcycle? Do you have a license? I only have a license to kill, unfortunately.
Yeah, chewing noises, like lip smacking noises.
The cat sits behind her
the
head.
cat
and
the
licks
cat
its
likes
lips.
the cat likes to sit behind my head and make lip smacking noises, and every time it feels like the hairs on the back of my neck go up, and I'm like, stop.
Creaky has no accent. This is true. Oh. Oh, pardon me. Oh, God damn it. Getting very, very gassy.
It's
The
because
most
you're
I've walked-
drinking pop.
Your mum's drinking pop. Owned. The most I've walked in a day was about 30 miles. I had a job.
Jeez.
Where it's not unusual to walk 80 miles in a weekend. Wait. 80 miles in a weekend? That's 2 days. So that's at least 40 miles a day, and yet the most you walked is 30 miles. These aren't adding up. Unless you're counting Friday as a weekend, when you're going to have to leave. By the way, I took that AI accent test several times, and it recognized mine as Scottish. Funny part is that my accent is mainly formed by 2 car journalists from the US and Australia. That's funny. Presumably you're like from somewhere in Europe. That's quite common that they learn how to speak from programs and stuff. A friend of Mrs. Sick learned from movies. They're German, but she thinks they have like quite a strong American accent.
He has like a Boston accent.
To me, he just sounds German. I can't actually
Yeah,
hear.
but I'm basing it off of other Germans that speak English who learnt it like more in school and university, and where he learned it from watching TV.
I guess he sounds more American. Maybe.
Yeah, I get him
sounds
to
like
say.
A cowboy. I feel your pain, Mr. Sick. I obviously hate the sound of people chewing and lip smacking sounds.
It's
It
wrong.
makes me feel like I have spiders crawling up my brain.
My God, you know the feeling.
My girlfriend stirring her protein shakes in a mason jar and slurping it off the spoon triggers my misophonia.
Oh God, no. Oh.
The Boston accent. Fuck you, bro. I don't know if that was even close.
I'm a very in context person, so I can cope with certain food noises as long as it's in context. So if somebody's eating cereal and it's a very crunchy cereal, that makes sense to my brain. But if they were sat there slurping and it's a crunchy cereal, my brain cannot cope.
If they're eating a packet of crisps and making wet noises.
Oh, no.
Or drinking some soup and making crisp noises. Crunch.
No.
Crunch.
Oh, that's so wrong. Don't do that to me.
Nails on a chalkboard noise is the worst. I don't think that there's many people who like the nails
No,
on
it's
the
not.
chalkboard.
It's not a
There's
nice
reason
sound.
It's a trope. But yeah. What is the accent? John
Chewing
Cleese
on
has?
someone else's nails. What is wrong with you?
John Cleese is just a middle class English accent from his home counties, I assume.
It's similar to yours.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro learned to speak from videos on Fast Forward. It's got the same skips and stutters as audio compression. That's very funny.
That's very observant of you.
You have to watch him at half speed in order for him to sound like a person. The Germans with the worst English are our politicians, sadly. They have the stereotypical, the thing is complicated. Uh, what on earth? Oh, got bast in a packed the car in Harvard Yard. Go to Quincy Market and get some clam chowder. Take that to the bar. I like the fact that that works. Oh my god. Oh fucking hell, that is very, very funny. Thank you, Rin. Weirdly specific, but I can't stand the sound of a piece of paper when someone picks it up off the ground. The scratching sound literally brings me pain.
Oh,
That's good to know.
for me, it's garden brushes, like on when you're brushing leaves outside. I hate that sound.
It's like a scratchy sound.
It's horrible. Like hard brush noises is horrible.
The three Germans I watch regularly all have very different accents. One sounds French, one sounds German, and one sounds American with a slight speech impediment. The speech impediment is called American. I am Massachusetts native, so I am intimately familiar with Boston's bullshit. See, if you'd have told me I come from Massachusetts, I would have fucking no idea the relationship between that and Boston. I'll be honest. That was absolutely hilarious. Thank you. I remember Oettinger and Stoiber and Vesselval. Last one was our foreign minister. Even as a German, it gave me the cringes. I can't stand the look or sound of wet paper. The look.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I just look at a wet piece of paper and I'm mad. I'm so fucking angry right now. Why? Wet paper. Fuck. The singer from Seven Spears has a really cute Boston Spiders? Don't know what you're trying to say there. After my stroke, I had an Irish brogue for a month. Oh my god. That's crazy. Could be worse. Could be in my part of the US, we use the word yins and crick instead of creek. Okay, what's yins for? Or do you mean yins and crick? Yins and crick is the instead of creek, which is very weird. Hate touching anything nylon and microfiber cloths. She doesn't like microfiber.
No, microfiber cloths are the devil. No.
There's a shirt that you can get from Linus Tech Tips.
No.
It's made of microfiber, and I really want to buy it because it would be very funny.
That's your no sex shirt.
Yeah. If I'm ever feeling not randy, I just put on that and she'll leave me alone. Oh baby, ooh, what the fuck?
No, horrible. Why would you want to wear
Yin
that?
means you people, right? Okay. Oh, spires, not spiders. Okay. I did feel like it wasn't a complete word. High frequency things are physically painful for me. Salvation Army bells in particular have a mind-grating frequency, and it makes me want to punch the bell ringers at the damn supermarket. Yeah, but also, I'm not going to say it out loud. Good night, nights. Thank you. I mean, there's a minute and a half left. I don't know why you wouldn't stick around for that.
All my shirts are no sex shirts.
Fast drying towels are the spawn of the devil. Hate using them. Yeah. I work with my hands. Microfiber sticks to me like Velcro. Oh my god.
No.
Oh, you're the other side of the belt. That's hilarious. So you go to pick one up and it's...
Are you just like very hairy, so you're like so staticky that it all sticks to you?
No, it's because they're calloused. Their hands would be like a very rough surface. So like the sharp bit of Velcro, microfiber sticks to it and then they to take it off. I imagine it's very funny to watch.
No.
It's definitely funny. But going to stores during Salvation Army bell season sucks. I'd rather have a kid spin around an iPad for payment with one of the tip pressuring screen. Right. I don't think that that's a thing over here, or at least not one I've seen. And like, I used to live near a Salvation Army, and they didn't bother us that much.
Yeah, but we don't really do things as hard as like America does.
True. Speaking of drying off, do you floss with a towel? No. and I don't really get why people do.
Why would you do
You could
that
just
though?
stick your hand down there and dry it manually, and you don't have to use as much towel, and you've got less likely to wipe your ass on the towel.
I just try and get as dry as quickly as possible because the feeling of
Anyway.
being wet is horrible.
It is coming up on an hour, and I still have work to do. So I
Oh
will catch you all.
no, you've got work to do.
I know.
I'm gonna
I
go
do.
back to watching dogs.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for all the super chats. I do appreciate them. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Watch Wednesday's video for fuck's sake. Watch Friday's video for fuck's sake. Set timers and everything. Just try and make those videos do well, and that will be your Christmas present to me, and I'll be very happy. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.